Bon, parti. E-stream de la soirée. Amusé comme ces petits fous.
So, you gonna see your married man again?
Hey, Cole, let's get moving.
Non.
I think his name is Phelps. I read about him in the paper.
Voilà.
What are we waiting for?
T'as déjà fait ça?
Alonzo Mendez. Sound like a man who moonlights as the werewolf?
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter anywhere near.
You've got a daughter.
Spend enough time drinking, Cole, you'll find yourself with any number of things you don't want when you're sober.
So that's why you never sober up.
Exactly.
His brother said she took a real pounding.
Maybe if he had been a little firmer in the beginning, he wouldn't be in this situation now.
I imagine that Neanderthal routine is a big hit with the ladies, Galloway.
Women love me, Phelps. I have no complexity. They know exactly what they're gonna get.
Juste au cas. Stock blé.
Cole!
When is America going to understand it's about giving, not getting?
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. He's nice, really.
Je vais voir lequel encore. Mendez.
Mendez, apartment 16.
Pas d'ascenseur.
Here, the apartment's up on the top floor.
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in. Take a look around and see what you can find.
Junk. Nope.
Un carton 2.
Not much help. Circumstantial. Nothing significant.
Ah. Même pas pris le temps de nettoyer l'arme du crime. Ah ah. Rouchalef. Regarde.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
Mais.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
We have the murder weapon. We better get Pinker down here.
Why keep it? Why not throw it away?
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break, and Captain Donald will begin to like you.
Hey, what gives?
C'est en setup.
LAPD, you're under arrest.
On va refaire un petit.
Do not lose that son of a bitch. I'll go get our wheels.
Mendez, stop right there!
Ah, et c'est ici donc la deuxième scène. Où si on est en 60 FPS, termine mal.
You don't need to do this, Alonzo!
Non? Bon, bon.
Get in and drive.
Ouais, c'est vrai que c'est plus simple comme ça, tiens. Connard.
Hit it. Clean this asshole off the road. I got an idea. Get him next to my window, Cole. Keep me alongside his vehicle, and I'll stop the son of a bitch. Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Get the bag. Every man for himself. Help! Holy moly!
I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Like the wall.
C'est physique.
You're under arrest for the murder of Celine Henry.
Hands behind your head.
Le mec mort dans sa voiture. C'est en état d'arrestation.
I ain't saying a goddamn thing.
Great.
You did a grand job, lads. Phelps, that's quite a way to acquit yourself from your first outing as a homicide investigator. It seems the city has a new and vengeful guardian. Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled, I foresee a safe passage through the courts, and the DA agrees with me. Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press of this city demand it.
$1, c'est pas grave. En qui attendrait toujours? Il attendra encore.
To cool the lava you pump through my veins, 'cause I'm burning up for you.
Donc il y en a un 10, reset le jeu, mais non. Non. Plus que c'est que ce sera vite fini, plus que c'est que ce sera mieux. Salut Mikey.
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I want to stop him with one round. Mouthpiece was stripped off me at the grand jury. Case was thrown out. Now the DA wants my head.
Did a decent job in the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
Don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. We might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case, fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that matter?
So you don't believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world, with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life in the City of Angels.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
Ça dirait de fermer ta gueule. T'as pas un mec APL sur Warframe?
Speak to Carruthers.
Ouais, d'ailleurs, j'ai un petit peu joué avec Chroma. Je pense que je vais vite l'apprécier celui-là.
Hey, that's that cop.
Ce qui paraît, c'est une bonne frame solo.
Detective, I was first on scene.
Cool.
You find her, Gonzalez?
Not me. A family out for a stroll. I was first reporting.
Can you show me the body?
It's under the pepper tree, this way.
Ouais. Ouais, j'ai un tout petit peu farmé donc des vestiges. J'ai de quoi upgrade 5 reliques, je crois. Du coup, la prochaine fois, on ira faire un petit tour dans les reliques qui nous intéressent communément. Et on ira un peu farmer ça, si tu veux.
The stomping model in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat may want was there in the story.
Bah, c'est toujours préférable en fait d'être à plusieurs personnes avec la même relique. À ce moment-là, t'as plus de chances d'avoir la partie plus rare.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Je sais pas, tu as Limbo Prime? On va
Distinctive.
peut-être essayer de voir de ce côté-là.
I'll do some comparisons back at
Il
the
y a aussi
lab. and
le
get back
Piranha
to you.
Prime qui est une arme assez sympatoche. Un gauche. Ah, allez, on peut pas regarder l'autre. Ah ouais, c'est vrai, je crois que tu m'avais dit en plus la dernière fois. Ouais, une trace de plomb. Ah, son doigt.
What's this mark? A cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
Assez violemment, ouais. C'est... bref. Ouais. Bah Mirage, ben voilà, tu connais bien, j'imagine. Une autre fois.
Oh, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Ouais, donc moi il me
Back in a
manque
second.
Rhino Prime, Limbo Prime, Nyx Prime.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Dans les Primes, je crois que c'est tout ce qui me manque.
Detectives, RNI says a Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Let's grab
Ah,
the
c'est les traces de
husband,
pas,
take
ok.
him downtown, and work him over. We could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Ouais, H Prime, ça c'est dommage parce qu'il y a eu un... C'était pendant la Tenocon, je crois. Si tu regardais en stream pendant 30 minutes, tu avais H Prime. Banshee Prime, Banshee. Attends, non, je crois il me manque aussi... Je confonds tout le temps les deux, il y a... Nova et Mag. Je crois que j'ai Nova, il me manque Mag. Mag Prime, j'ai pas alors? Banshee, c'est laquelle encore? Je l'ai, Banshee Prime. Et avec le son, ouais, je l'ai. Et en plus, H, il est vol, donc... il y avait ça... Je crois une icône. Je sais plus s'il y avait un autre truc. Bah on verra ça quand on aura tous les deux les yeux devant nos reliques. Ce sera plus simple. Je crois qu'il va me rester quelques reliques. Ouais, c'est vrai, il me reste quelques reliques améliorées de frame que j'ai déjà sur le jeu. Je crois qu'il y en a une, c'est pour Bruno. Ah oui, non. Oberon Prime, c'est plus si je le aussi. Non, il manque Cora, il manque Revenant.
She was a woman, wasn't
Didus.
she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? Then don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over.
Ouais, j'ai commencé également à lancer le... Enfin, j'ai relancé 2-3 schémas sur le clan. Et je voulais voir Scourge. Mais pour Scourge, je crois qu'ils ont dû se planter quelque part parce que pour moi, ça nécessite le même nombre de ressources que si on avait un clan complet. Il faut 5000 partie mutaliste, je sais plus exactement le nom, masse mutagène. Mais là, non, c'est pas la masse mutagène justement, c'est... enfin bref. Il en faut 5000. Ce qui me semble assez excessif. Du reste, j'ai lancé 2-3 schémas à la con. Des armes. Ouais, j'ai essayé le Velt. Velt. Pas mal comme arme. C'est comme un Latron, mais critique et statue en même temps. Et il fait mal. D'ailleurs, le Latron, si tu es sur les armes assez précises, ça a été mon arme principale pendant un bon petit moment. Un très très long petit moment.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for mommy.
What's your name?
Ouais, voilà, ça ira encore vite avec ça.
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
À la rigueur, on pourrait essayer peut-être d'en farm à l'occasion, mais 5000 c'est...
Could you have a seat for me, Michelle?
C'est beaucoup. C'est vraiment tout plein beaucoup. C'est beaucoup tout plein trop. Alors Michel, ta mère a crevé.
We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit.
Ah, c'est une femme bien en ordre, elle avait un aspirateur. Il s'assied, il sort son cigare, allez.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Une carotte.
Probably nothing.
Ah merde. Un citron.
I doubt it.
Intéressant. Non, c'est un citron, je te jure. Et c'est tout en fait. Un verre.
Incidental. Not everything here is going to be relevant.
N'oublie pas l'anniversaire de maman. Ok, un mémo. C'est pas moi. Il y a eu un coup de vent.
Work boots. Size 8.
Intéressant.
Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body.
La bague, j'imagine. Nope.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Un violon. Le bruit.
It would take a smarter man than me to connect that.
Et de fait, on a vu tout ce qu'on avait à voir. Maintenant, la petite.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead.
Violently. And she was raped too.
Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Je veux un meilleur.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
Ring, a watch.
Ha.
I never paid much attention to that stuff.
Ouais, mais c'est une enfant spéciale. Apparemment, elle n'a pas menti.
I know it's painful, Michelle.
Je sais que ça pourrait en donner l'impression, mais non, je n'ai pas une fenêtre avec les choix de conversation. Ah.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. They had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. Came straight away then.
Tout va bien. Il n'y a que des citrons qui sont sortis. Je crois qu'il y a un taux de chic au citron un petit peu trop élevé comparé au reste.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying?
Non, c'est juste ma lecture des visages qui passe mieux. Hein, c'est... Je vois doute là.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. He always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room, please,
here.
Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not
Je
even
peux déjà
out of
dire que lui c'est un
school.
menteur.
You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What the... But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
And you didn't report that she was missing till this morning? That's very unusual, Mr. Mueller. Not to mention suspicious.
Look, I was annoyed with her. That's why I was waiting for her to come home. Why, you telling me something different? You better think about leaving, or you're gonna have some trouble on your hands.
Merde. Bon, pas grave.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
En soi, en fait, je regarde parce que sur le tutoriel, il marque qu'il y a 4 choix. Il y en a un, normalement, en fait, qui... Bah, en fait, ils ont interverti 2 choix. Du coup, moi, j'ai pas lu, j'ai juste regardé.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
En répondant à cette question, sûrement que ça rajoute une autre question. Et là, dans le tuto, ils l'ont pas mis dans le bon ordre. Ou alors, c'est parce qu'on est en VF. Faudrait que je commence à faire attention à ça en plus. Oh putain, quoi.
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Voilà.
Your wife was beaten and then
Ils ont interverti la deuxième et la troisième.
No alibi and a history of violence towards your
Ah,
wife.
ils m'ont fait en fake.
That's not true, god damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
Non, mais c'est pour que le jeu, ils comprennent pas que je suis en train de sauter les étapes. Je tombe dans le panneau exprès. C'est calculé, hein.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
Ouais.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in LA. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Out of the car, police!
Am I under arrest?
Fallait pas klaxonner, salope.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Muller screaming.
C'est bon, je viens d'entendre une fenêtre se péter là.
No.
C'est l'autre connard
Not
qui est en train de
at
se
all.
casser.
I did see Mr. Muller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Ouais, c'est ça la fenêtre qu'on a entendu se péter.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Ça meurt. T'as vu cramer tes pompes? Mais c'est que t'es un petit fils de pute!
This doesn't look good, Hugo. Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, Detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here, clean up, take care of the kid. Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Ah, il sonne.
We get Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street. Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Roger, 11K. Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Got it, KGPL. Carruthers has our girl on a slab. His report should be ready. Let's get down to the morgue.
That's the cops from the newspapers. Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont High School.
Checking for you, Detective. Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thanks.
Dull as dishwater, but I'm not with him for the conversation.
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband, fellas. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the victim who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some lives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of parsimony. Occam's razor. The simplest explanation is most likely the correct one.
No, you could have said that without getting all liturgical.
I'll try to dumb things down from now on.
Appreciate it. Try this one on yourself.
Ça aurait pu être la fille.
Rusty's razor.
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging her.
Ah, of course. Famous Lex ignoramus.
Closes cases, Cole. Puts a lot of people away that way.
Any central unit, a possible 280.
Comportement obscène.
1575 West 2nd Street. Stand by for further unit to handle. Identify code 2.
11K to KGPL. We'll take the 288. Go ahead with the further.
Ah putain, ok. Oh putain, c'était tout près en plus. Va niquer ta mère. Ok, donc c'était juste le segue en fait pour nous amener sur la piste du lycée, si on oubliait de téléphoner pour demander l'info. Bon.
Seems like a nice boy. All those hoodlums in jail.
LAPD, police emergency.
Do this.
Ah si je peux. Regarde. Hop. Véhicule débloqué. Allez.
This guy's got a screw loose.
I'm sorry, madam. Police officer, I need your car.
Legal officer?
Bien sûr.
He'll never find out.
LAPD, I need your car.
You
now.
can't do this.
Bien sûr que je peux. Regarde. Et même que celle-là, je vais partir avec. T'es deg? Est-ce que t'es deg? Moi que t'es deg.
Sorry! My partner isn't the greatest driver in the world!
What?
Could we try not killing the people that pay our salaries?
Elle s'est étalée. Elle s'est bien étalée même. Oh, c'est qu'une gratte. Une petite gratte. Bon, elle est lente sa voiture. La sienne, elle est plus rapide. Elle est aérodynamique, elle est rapide.
Police emergency, out of the car.
Is this legal, officer?
Ils vont tous me poser la même question.
You're gonna kill someone!
Voilà, elle est déjà plus rapide, j'avais dit, elle est aérodynamique. Elle va vite. Par contre, elle tourne comme un bateau. Entrée de nuit.
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is strangulation?
Correct. Take a look at the samples on the bench.
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as bell ropes in churches.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Il y a eu le petit bip bip bouk là. On a déjà fait. Ah.
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
Comme le dit le dicton, il y a plus d'un connard avec une pointure de 41. Hein.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. A green 1946 coupe, registered to Mrs. Hugo Mueller, has been found in the parking lot adjoining Belmont High School in Plainfields. Captain Donnelly wants you to head down there immediately to take the school janitor's statement.
Thanks, ma'am.
You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
C'est fou le nombre de dialogues qu'ils ont prévus. Oh.
Not exactly the happiest of places, the coroner's office.
Carruthers is a good man, professional, diligent. If you're working with a pro, it's easy to overlook the grim realities of a place like that.
Funny job, that. Coroners.
How so?
No, you don't want them enjoying their work too much. The wrong kind of man can get awfully lonely rattling around a joint full of corpses.
Rusty, that's like something out of the pulps.
Been reading the same ones as me?
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a night.
You know, if I close one eye and squint, you can just about make out the
Cette sirène est cancéreuse. Cancérigène.
Hey!
Tu penses qu'elle va à plus de 10 km/h cette voiture? Cette voiture en niette.
God, you're gonna kill us!
Are you liquored up?
That's what I wanted to see.
Don't push me. Leave him be.
Je peux pas la conduire, je crois que je l'ai trop niqué là. Oh putain, ouais, elle est bien pliée là.
What's your beef with this guy, Phelps?
Même l'arrière a pris cher tellement elle a explosé.
You can't do this!
Ah.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest
Ah voilà. C'est chelou le bug avec la portière là. On voit l'intérieur de la portière mais en fait elle est... Enfin, ouais. J'ai un peu cassé. Je me suis retourné, l'ambulance a déjà disparu et un autre véhicule a pris la place de celui que je viens de voler. Ah.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it!
C'est très bien cette voiture. Elle est custom et tout. Voilà. Capot aérodynamique. Il y a son bras qui dépasse. Ah, j'aime bien.
Oh, come on!
Elle est tellement pliée que j'ai l'impression qu'elle va tout le temps tourner à gauche.
This is the car?
Yes, sir, Detective.
Have you looked it over?
Yes, sir,
Superficially.
detective. Ouais.
I was told to wait for you guys.
Thanks. We'll take it from here. What time did you see the person park the car?
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m. I've been keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child molester.
And this was the same man?
I don't know, sir. I mean, I'd like to say yes, but truth is, it was pretty dark.
All right. Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the playground, tries to befriend the children. He was around here last night before the dance.
Is he violent?
Yes, sir, I would say so, yes. There's the son of a bitch now. Hey, you!
Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
There he is. See him?
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
Oh, on va se mettre bien.
You're
Aha!
under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
Oh, maintenant. Parler comme ça.
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run
Si
now.
t'étais dans la même pièce que moi, tu sentirais le froid.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown and into a cell.
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in.
Je suis dans une pièce pour te donner un petit aperçu. Où quand tu mets ta main à 20 cm de la fenêtre, tu sens un courant d'air. Tu vis pas en Belgique, ok? Il a plu toute la journée, commence pas à me casser les couilles. Moi j'ai la maladie de Raynaud malheureusement. Et qu'il fait un petit peu froid, j'ai les mains qui deviennent toutes mauves. C'est assez agréable, je te l'accorde.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a living.
It's from a Chrysler.
Encore dimanche en allant au tir. Même en remontant du stand de tir, j'avais déjà les mains toutes mauves. Elles commencent à devenir, enfin c'est ça qui est marrant, elles deviennent de plus en plus mauves. Et après un moment, les jointures, donc partout où tu vois les phalanges qui ressortent un peu plus, bah ça devenait orange. Bref. Salut à The Gear et merci de te foutre de ma gueule. Enfoiré. Ah, il y a encore. Bah tout avait l'air un peu louche pour l'instant, donc je sais pas ce que je pourrais trouver de plus. Donc c'est... Sinon ça fait un autre son, je sais pas. Bah en soi apparemment ils peuvent faire les analyses de sang, vu qu'ici ils avaient... ils ont demandé justement qu'ils fassent des analyses de sang. Sur, pour faire correspondre justement le sang de la victime avec le sang trouvé sur les chaussures. Et plus c'est le petit jingle ça pour... Oxy, enfin je sais pas. On va voir hein. Ouais. Bah, cela dit, carrément les doigts qui n'ont plus de sang, les doigts qui deviennent tout blancs, ça heureusement je n'ai pas. Mais ouais, j'ai les mains qui deviennent... il fait... Allez, admettons, il fait un tout petit peu plus froid que d'habitude, j'ai les mains qui deviennent toutes mauves. Puis les jointures qui deviennent un peu orange. Puis si tu restes vraiment trop longtemps, là c'est carrément toute la main qui devient un peu justement... Enfin c'est même pas rouge, tu vois, c'est un peu orangé. Et moi ça s'arrête plus ou moins là. C'est marrant parce que quand tu mets enfin, quand tu fais une marque sur les doigts, ça devient tout blanc et puis ça repart pas pendant 5 minutes. Et maintenant après je ne sais pas si c'est lié à ça ou pas, mais je ne peux plus fermer le poing complètement. C'est le matin, enfin le poing gauche ça va, mais le droit en fait je peux plus le fermer complètement. Et le matin quand je me lève j'ai l'impression d'avoir, spécifiquement justement sur la main droite, les doigts tout gonflés, alors que non. Et quand je ferme le poing, j'ai vraiment toutes les jointures qui viennent toutes blanches alors qu'il n'est pas fermé complètement. Ouais. Mais ouais, c'est vraiment le bordel cette maladie, c'est super chiant. Même, hein, il fait juste un tout petit peu plus froid que d'habitude. Et t'as les mains qui restent froides pendant 2 heures. Je dois les passer sous l'eau chaude histoire de quand... Allez, je sors fumer une clope ou quoi comme. J'ai les mains froides pendant une demi-heure encore après quoi. Même si je suis à température, une température ambiante correcte. Bref, choix et bonheur.
I don't know about this. My gut says Mullen. We caught him trying to destroy evidence in his backyard, and that was his car with the bloody tools in it.
I never said it wasn't Mullen. Hell, he probably killed his wife, deprived that poor kid of a mother. But he's not an immediate danger to anyone else. Rooney's a threat to every kid at Belmont.
He's a peeper, Rusty. We can pick him up for something else.
You really want to run that risk?
J'en ai déjà parlé plusieurs fois à mon médecin généraliste, mais il avait pas l'air plus tracassé que ça. Apparemment ça vient de ma grand-mère maternelle qui avait déjà des problèmes de circulation du sang. Bon après, voilà, c'est comme j'ai dit, moi c'est pas au stade carrément de plus du tout avoir du sang dans les mains, mais j'ai les mains qui deviennent toutes mauves et qui restent froides pendant, comme j'ai dit, presque 2 heures après être sorti, alors qu'il fait bon à l'intérieur. Bon, pas spécifiquement ici dans le bureau, mais bien sûr. Mais ouais, c'est comme je disais l'autre fois, enfin dimanche, je remonte du stand de tir qui est super mal isolé. Enfin, en même temps, c'est normal pour l'aération, pour les fumées de bordel. Et avec ça, bah, on est dans la buvette où il fait relativement bon, on boit un petit coup, on reste là je crois 1h30, j'avais encore les mains toutes mauves et toutes froides quoi. Chacun sa tare, hein, gros con.
Better not go soft on me in here, Phelps.
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. Let him do the rest.
My sister's always been lucky when it came to
Are they ready?
Moeller's in 2 and the pervert's in 1. Get in there and get a conviction.
Bah, je pense pas que j'ai vraiment à m'en tracasser, j'avais juste parlé pour mes doigts, voilà, que je peux plus complètement fermer comme... Enfin, je peux plus faire un point complètement fermé, il y a toujours un petit écart d'un demi-centimètre. J'en avais parlé à la remplaçante de mon médecin généraliste. Elle m'a dit que c'était peut-être à cause des... ma main droite est plus sollicitée, comme tout le monde, enfin comme tout le monde qui est droitier. Et ce sera à cause de ça, les articulations. Après, je sais pas, vu que j'ai spécifiquement ça quand il fait vraiment bien chaud, là c'est encore plus marqué. Et le matin quand je me lève.
I swear I didn't kill her. Give me that lie test, I can prove it.
C'est bien, s'il fait trop chaud, j'ai pas toute ma mobilité dans les doigts. Et s'il fait trop froid, j'ai plus toute ma mobilité dans les doigts. Bon après, quand je joue à un jeu et que je sens que j'ai vraiment ce problème d'avoir les mains toutes mauves, t'as plus la même dextérité tout simplement.
Why did you burn your shoes, Hugo?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Believe what?
It's rabbit's blood. A guy at work brought him in and I helped him skin them.
Do you know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope, with my bare hands, but mainly with wire. I learned a lot of things in the army, but I still didn't kill my wife.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you use?
If I had to, I would use a triple braid. Less flex, easier to control.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Enough lies, Hugo. Your overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Je sais pas ce que ça ressemble d'avoir de l'arthrose.
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM, found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be
Pour
in
ça,
the
bien souvent, je m'assieds en fait sur mes mains. Mais quand t'es au PC, généralement, t'as besoin de tes mains, quoi.
Your wife was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire iron.
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
You got no proof.
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
A Chrysler Airflow.
So I guess that explains why the tire iron that killed your wife came from a Chrysler.
Bah. En soi, après, elles sont chaudes, donc ça passe mieux. Et comme je dis, moi, j'ai plus carrément le fait... Enfin, j'ai pas le fait de ne plus avoir du tout de sang dans les mains. Heureusement. Non, mais je vais voir s'il faut d'abord l'inculper, en fait. Je dis pas non plus que je m'assieds une demi-heure dessus, hein. Parce que je sais pas si on peut revenir plus tard en fait pour dire salut ou pas. Et on peut... On n'est pas obligé de l'inculper, on peut revenir plus tard. Ok. Ok.
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Dans le doute... attends, elle est où la salle hein?
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
Boys.
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli Rooney.
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm
Tous des tronches un peu...
Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally with him.
You look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
You're maybe 5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
Do you think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son, nobody's perfect.
You down on your luck, Eli?
I've had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Hmm. Un pédophile et un meurtrier. Un meurtrieur.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
Do you ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
Farm boy like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid. Tie hitching braid. It stays tied.
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before, Eli. Who do you think a jury will believe?
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't never killed no one. I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
And I picked it up.
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Ah, Phelps, Galloway. Congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
Phelps! We captured 2 regular army. Lieutenant! Phelps, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank.
I'm in charge here, Medier!
Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There's no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy, I just seems to know what he's doing.
なた方の階層と名前を名乗ってください。
第44大部隊所属兵だ。
貴様、何様だと思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Ah, Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. And you can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. We seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hokey.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some in police work.
You're happy with the Muller case, sir?
Over the moon, boys! The DA couldn't be more pleased with the evidence, the witness, and the lack of an alibi. Now, get out there and catch me another sinner.
have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, though. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to the desk.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all, though. Slow down.
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
Oh, for Christ's sake.
Brothers, Pinker?
Cause of death is pretty apparent. We thought we'd best wait for you when you're ready.
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
Ah.
Another wedding ring torn from the finger. No skin under the fingernails. Kiss the blood, BD. The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered.
Yeah. We know the M.O. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display, all with messages.
Mueller had no message. Look, Phelps, this is getting us nowhere.
Anything for us to go on, Mal?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to rule it out.
Lipstick appears to be a similar color to the other cases. I'll see if I can nail down a brand.
Cool. Dans le sac du légiste. Ah.
If she took a blow to the head like the others, she was probably unconscious when strangled.
That's what I think I've seen it all.
Phelps, you'll want to come and take a look at this.
May as well follow the trail. Newtonia. Huh, same as the library card. On it goes. Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this coincidence.
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
House keys, strung up like bait on a hook. Do you think he's trying to lead us somewhere?
Probably all the way to City Hall, that brazen son of a bitch.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
Tout pourri.
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now that's an oxymoron for you.
This isn't a racetrack. What the hell?
J'ai déjà conduit une comme ça. C'est celle que j'ai vue l'autre fois. Pas juste avant. Pas encore. Elle a l'air sympa cette caisse. Au final, on va trouver une géocache.
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? He clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
There you go, Phelps. We got a new M.O. I told you it wasn't our guy.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
Trail points up.
Je suis en train d'essayer d'imaginer le mec avec une bouteille de 5 litres de sang.
Pulled from the finger and hung up here. What's the significance?
Ah bah voilà.
Looks as though the killer was decorating with this. Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
Bon. On va mettre à l'épreuve la bouille. Faut que j'en sorte pour que ce con veuille bien monter dedans.
It was Mrs. Maldonado, right?
That's affirmative.
All right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Ah, Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework before he'll close the book?
Not if he's got a confession. And, you know, there's ways of getting it.
I'm sure.
Bah en fait elle accélère vite mais elle a pas une bonne vitesse de pointe. Tourne bien aussi.
Isn't that the cop who solved the big case and got promoted? Phelps, leave him be.
Wait just a moment!
C'est triste si on n'a même pas à la pêche.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LaPente, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am. We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone. Antonia's room is upstairs, last door on the left.
Thank you. We'll be back shortly.
Excuse us a moment, ma'am.
Il y a un mec qui arriverait en première.
A smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
Ouais, et qui va payer les réparations aussi, hein? Cette salope, elle meurt là, elle paye même pas les réparations, elle paye pas sa chambre. Putain, les gens de nos jours, quoi. Encore 2 citrons, quoi. Attends, je vais attraper en diabète, quoi. C'est le type 2 qu'on a en mangeant trop de sucre?
Okay, we have an address. The charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
Pas parce qu'un jour elle a embrassé qu'elle le porte tous les jours, hein.
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to it.
Yes, detective. I'll do my best.
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
Non, je dis pas le contraire, j'adore la glace au citron, mais j'ai l'impression de bouffer que ça, quoi.
Very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
Le meilleur chic de ce type-là, c'est quand même celle à la pomme. Elles ont un goût spécial et sûrement le produit chimique, c'est bon.
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar. It's a Latino place on North Los Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
You've had a break-in?
No! That can't be true.
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles.
2 citrons, une fraise.
It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it. He gave it to her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we could check out the Eldorado bar.
I need the vehicle, officer.
A nosy old hag? And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wife's line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
You don't think it's strange that all these murders are happening to girls who've been out drinking?
No. If Maud drinks, she gets a bit tight, she starts mouthing off. This leads to that, and she ends up in an alleyway. A sad story, but this town's seen it play out 1,000 times, Cole.
Why don't you want to see a connection here?
Because there are perfectly good real-life suspects for every one of these murders. We don't need to go looking for the monster under the bed.
Think there's anything to the divorce angle?
I've been through 3. No big deal. After a while, you just numb yourself with experience.
But Angel, he's a young Latino man. It would hurt his sense of who he is. He'd see himself as a failure, a woman taking control over his life.
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. So what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
Hell no. She was good and tight last night, complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar. I'll show you.
Where's that goddamn waitress?
A waitress? Can I have another spoon? Say, honey, what time do you get off waiting table?
Divorce papers? Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was gonna show him.
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
T'es sérieux? Est-ce que j'ai encore quelque chose à faire au bar?
How about we drop in on the husband instead? See if your gut is right.
Cover my shift on Wednesday. I have an audition.
A waitress. Can I have another spoon?
Putain, génial.
I think he's a bit of a gangster. He treats me nice.
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pick Fruit Market across the street.
A fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
Fine, thanks.
Ah, c'est même pas son diable en plus.
Just picked fruit market. That's where Antonia went to call for a cab last night.
You've got to be kidding me. We're driving this? Watch where you're driving, you maniac!
J'aimerais tellement en choper une dans le plan.
Whoa there!
C'est comme ça qu'on fait les camions alors.
Easy. Jesus, Phelps!
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
On doit d'abord aller parler à l'autre guignol, j'imagine, hein. Est-ce que c'est pas la fameuse Buick, ça? Oh, la bagnole de flic. Elle est bien.
Different man in front of the captain, Phelps.
He's good looking for a policeman.
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest. I got 100 pounds.
This is going to end in tears.
I got nothing to say to that.
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia? Oh, God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
I was here with my brother the whole night, goddammit! You think I'd kill my own wife?
Ouais.
Should get the whole place a going over, then talk to the neighbors. And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Sacré bruit, je sais pas ce que c'est. Ah, c'est le... Ah.
Just picked fruit market. Suppliers to the El Dorado.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
The El Dorado must be a family favorite.
This will take some
blood.
explaining.
Ouais, c'est toujours du sang.
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Ah, voilà un truc spécial.
No good. There's nobody here.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
Il va pouvoir dormir maintenant.
Hey, sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
Hello?
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here, and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No. I didn't.
Thanks. We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps. Well executed restraint.
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
Il veut téléphoner.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Any messages?
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks for your help.
Mais pourquoi il le laisse passer en premier? Mais tu te fous de ma gueule?
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
Letters? Brown and Hanson believe they are gendered. That's him.
C'est une bagnole de flic.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck.
Watch it, will you?
I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. You seen the body? Fucking case just nozzle way to the guts. Hollow. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
Tchoum.
The captain is waiting for you downstairs with Pinker.
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
He ran the light on Olympic. We finally collared him on Temple.
Whoa! Easy!
I don't need this.
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the fares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
Bon à savoir.
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Je sais pas pourquoi, mais ce texte me refait penser à... Non, c'est Scorn. Non, c'est... Oh, oui et non, mais avec les Demon Babes.
That's why we called you in.
Do you think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers.
Scorn, c'est le
But you
shooter.
said he's fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us.
L'autre, c'était...
What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
Ah.
Got a stakeout down on 2nd later tonight.
Scorn et... Agony.
What are we
Agony
waiting
Demons.
for?
Fait que je tomberai plus.
He ran the light on Olympic and we finally collared him on Temple.
Je sais pas, le vieil anglais qui m'a fait penser à ça, je sais pas pourquoi. Je sais pas où il est par contre. Il me l'a dit, mais... Peut-être dans les salles d'interrogation. Voilà.
Proved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
So your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
I don't believe you, Angel. She'd been granted a decree nisi. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you, I wouldn't accept a divorce.
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
Ça fait combien de temps que je suis en stream là? J'ai pas tiré une balle en 2 h 7 minutes.
What about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message. She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that?
Non.
I cut myself shaving.
Ça va.
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito, he said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Eh bien, bonne nuit, Stoka. Peut-être à demain si jamais tu t'ennuies. En tout cas, je suis dispo de journée si jamais tu veux faire une game de CS ou quoi. Je suis pas dans le stream.
What's your read on Maldonado? I still like him. Seriously.
Non, Slide, je compense par les accidents de voiture. Aussi
Get to the
assez
market,
amusant.
the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
T'as live une game ou alors c'est du TK? Ton kick? Ton kick et c'est à 27 jours? What? Ah.
Sir, I'm Wait, you look familiar.
Hey, from the bar, right? What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd. Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
Ouais, bonne nuit. À la prochaine, j'imagine.
The young lady arrived around midnight.
Au niveau de la qualité du motion cap, ils avaient fait un truc vraiment bien spécifique. Pour moi, c'est comme dans certains jeux, tu vois, où ils prennent une photo de ta gueule et ils le remettent sur un personnage et alors ils font les modèles 3D selon l'image qu'ils ont. Mais ils ont fait ça en vidéo, donc c'est de ce que j'imagine. Ils ont dû coller l'image et faire une simulation des modèles 3D à partir de ça. Mais à cause de la qualité du stream, je pense que ça te donne l'impression d'avoir un autre rendu que moi qui le vois directement sur mon écran, où parfois tu vois certaines textures qui ont des mouvements bizarres et des trucs dans le genre, parce que parfois ça a l'air spécial, et surtout même voilà au niveau de la bouche. Là tu vois qu'il y a, c'est pour ça que je crois que c'est une vidéo, tu vois par moment le maillage qui se referme alors que ça devrait pas être refermé, c'est des trucs bizarres.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Le jeu est en 30 FPS à cause de ça, justement. Enfin, il est en 30 FPS à cause du motion cap des visages, en fait. C'est pour ça aussi que je crois que c'est une vidéo, en fait. Ils ont enregistré les vidéos en 30 FPS et vu qu'ils les recollent sur les visages, ben, il faut que ce soit en 30 FPS, sinon ça partira en couille.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
De fait, c'est ça que je disais avant-hier, je crois. Dans une plus basse résolution, je pense que ça devrait rendre un petit peu mieux. Enfin, on devrait moins voir les mouvements bizarres de bouche.
No wonder he stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just don't know how to dance to bebop.
Why cut someone who was already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. You must have seen it during the war.
Donc il n'y a pas de vidéo ni quoi que ce soit, c'est vraiment juste les mouvements qui sont prévus à être faits en 30 fps, c'est tout.
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
Ah merde, c'était 3, 2, 5.
I got a callback for that universal chorus line.
Ou 2, 3, 5. Faire ça à l'arrache. Ça passe ou ça casse. 2, 5, 3. Bon, je vais regarder sur... C'est pas dans les lieux. Ouais, c'est bien ce que je disais. Enfin, c'est de là que je voyais en fait, c'est ce que je disais quand ils prennent une screenshot et qu'ils font la 3D qui ressort en fait, enfin le visage qui est modélisé là-dessus. C'est ça que je voulais dire en fait, c'est que c'est une vidéo qu'ils ont replaqué sur le visage avec la simulation des points en 3D quoi. 2, 5, 3. Oh là là. Oh putain, elle a de bons yeux. Hein. Petit médaillon. Et c'est les trucs de chacune des victimes alors, j'imagine.
This fruit stall
Je prends un
punk
truc
gets about 10
religieux.
seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
Ok, le courant.
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
Tu vas me dire qu'avec sa poubelle, que quand moi je la conduis, elle va pas à plus de 20 km/h, je vais pas pouvoir le rattraper. Tout le temps, quoi.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own
Bah
market.
graphiquement c'est ce qu'ils essayaient de faire pour se rapprocher le plus de la réalité à l'époque quoi, donc c'est pas...
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
Hit him, Cole. Spin him out.
C'est peut-être juste encore en...
Keep it steady and I'll try to bust his tires. That's it.
M'étonnerait que ce soit encore un setup quoi. Ouais mais justement t'as mis des parenthèses, je les avais pas vues. J'étais en pleine course poursuite là. Gameplay. Ouais, le gameplay il a rien de vraiment fabuleux mais ça reste correct quoi. On a des petites scènes de boxe qui sont pas excessivement difficiles pour l'instant. De temps en temps il y a des petits gunfights. Shootout où on tire sur 3-4 mecs. Le système d'interrogation, je n'utilise absolument pas un tutoriel à côté du chat pour savoir quelle réponse je dois choisir. Trouver les indices, bah, tu tournes en rond dans la pièce jusqu'à ce que tu entendes le bruit et la petite note de musique. Donc voilà. C'est pas pour moi. Voilà, je le fais histoire de dire de l'avoir fait, mais c'est pas... C'est pas comme le dernier Tomb Raider où j'ai limite envie de rage quitte le jeu parce qu'il me fait chier. Mais voilà, c'est pas transcendant et comme j'en ai discuté à 2-3 occasions au cours de ce walkthrough, c'est pas un jeu à stream. C'est pas du tout un jeu à stream.
Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
We'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads.
How can we fail?
Skip with the Shadow leading the show.
Who the fuck is a Shadow?
Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is, too. We have just cause for celebration. Galloway and Phelps are sending another fiend to
Tu joues en solo ou avec les autres guignols? Je veux dire par là, t'as pu jouer depuis un petit moment aussi, donc peut-être que ton Elo est diminué. Peut-être que tu jouais peut-être pas contre des mecs...
Task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Ou alors justement, t'étais plus careful que d'habitude parce que tu te disais que ça faisait longtemps qu'il a pu jouer, t'as fait une bonne perf.
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Mais je pense pas que je... Franchement, j'ai pas besoin d'Overwatch, personnellement. Ouais, c'est ça aussi, quoi. C'est pas un niveau fameux, donc forcément les mecs en face... Parce que moi avec mes premières games, quoi, j'étais niveau 1, qu'est-ce que je prends? Allez, Soldier, allez, tranquille. Ah, il est facile ce jeu. Et puis, mis à part avoir envie de jouer Macri pour dire, parce que voilà, c'est un jeu qui m'intéresse. C'est le perso qui m'intéresse le plus. Maintenant, je pense même pas. Enfin, je pense qu'il est encore moins viable qu'avant avec l'autre connasse de. Le nouveau perso qui m'attire absolument pas. Mon dieu. Je sais pas d'où ils l'ont sorti celui-là. Macri va recevoir un buff. Ils vont lui donner un 500. Histoire qu'il fasse des dégâts. Quand il prendra un buff, ouais, peut-être que je reviendrai faire une game, puis que je me dirai que c'est de la merde et j'y rejouerai plus, mais ouais, on verra. Je rejouerai pas tant qu'il aura pas pris de buff. Je veux dire, même quand il aura pris son buff, je pense pas que ça me fera rester.
You're crazy.
Well, I'm crazy, it's your fault. Running around behind my back. How am I supposed to trust you, goddammit?
Whoa, sir. I think you ought to calm down.
Mind your own goddamn business. Why is everybody always on my case?
C'est-à-dire? Ok. Ah, tu veux dire le... Je veux dire, le hamster, c'est le DPS qui sert à faire des dégâts plus facilement, on peut dire. Mais enfin, je veux dire, Brigitte, Brigitte, elle est broken. Pas pour aller plus vite, ça. Et Macri, bon ben voilà, c'est un perso qui reste quand même en dessous de la moyenne. C'est comme tout le monde dit, si t'as un bon soldier, pourquoi prendre un Macri? Bon, c'est vrai que t'as le stun, c'est vrai que c'est beaucoup plus teamplay, c'est plus sympa. En tout cas, je préférais par rapport à soldier. Mais Macri, c'est pas agréable parce que voilà, t'as besoin d'une équipe et comme tu dis, c'est pour jouer avec des silver qui comprennent rien au jeu mais qui vont t'apprendre à jouer au jeu, bah c'est... Bon, je comprends quand c'est ça. Les mecs qui vont dire comment tu dois jouer alors que c'est eux qui font les moves de merde. Je me rappelle encore de la fois où on avait le tank. C'est un autre pote à Tabula, je sais plus quoi, enfin bref. Le mec il joue tank, il demande au DPS pourquoi vous pushez pas. Peut-être parce que tu joues Reinhardt et que tu restes derrière tout le monde. Le mec, tu lui dis ça, il pète en plomb, mais c'est à toi de me faire de l'espace. Non, tu te mets devant moi pour que je puisse faire des DPS sans me faire insta-kill et qu'alors on puisse avancer. Non, lui il comprenait l'inverse. C'est moi qui vais faire des kills pour que lui ne se mette pas en danger alors que c'est Reinhardt. Pour que lui puisse avancer et moi le suivre. Et quand il avançait, il jouait au marteau. Donc, il met complètement à côté de la plaque. Donc en soi, c'est bien de dire ouais, c'est un jeu teamplay, mais il faut que les gens aient du teamplay. Je veux bien, c'est comme Talou là, elle aime bien jouer avec moi. Pourquoi? Parce que justement, c'est le heal, j'essaye de la défendre. C'est trop dur à comprendre pour certaines personnes.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple braid again. Time of death? From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night. Usual head injuries. Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one. At least she was left clothed. I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
The green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
Ça devait être une sale corde, hein. Les traces que ça a fait. Pas de bague de fiançailles cette fois. Pas tous les lacérations qu'il y a d'habitude sur les bras. Après, elle était bien bourrée, hein, donc... Oh, il a pas laissé grand-chose, hein.
No drag marks. The killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
Evolve, soit c'était du jeu quand on y avait joué dans sa bêta ou je sais plus trop quoi. Soit c'est le site qui remplace... enfin le site. Le truc qui remplace Amashi en fait. Qui permettait de jouer... de créer un réseau LAN. De simuler un réseau LAN. Ouais, c'est ça. Ah, peut-être pas en fait. On parle d'un truc de stream là-dessus? Oh non, c'est même pas ça. Je connais pas alors. Bon, avec ça, a priori, on a toutes les preuves dont on a besoin. Passe.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
A hobo.
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
Of course. Anything I can do to help. I'd hate to think that something so ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Ouais, moi je vais téléphoner avec ça.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment. Superior Laundry Services, 1260 West 1st Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thank you.
Journée conduire hein, comme ça, non? Ouais, ça c'est mon ancien véhicule. Ah, ah bon, il a la même gueule. Il y a le camion, vous faites de gros dégâts. Pour conduire correctement, pardon. Et hop. Et là, je trouve qu'ils ont bien fait la le sentiment de poids que tu as des véhicules. Je crois que dans GTA 4 c'était aussi assez mal foutu parce que t'avais un camion, un camion énorme quoi, et tu te fais arrêter par une moto ou façon de parler. Un petit véhicule et tu peux même pas le pousser quoi. Si le PNJ pile sur les freins, tu peux pas le pousser. Alors que t'as un camion qui fait 5 fois la taille du bazar.
This doesn't fit your pattern, Cole. End of conversation. Understand? Give me a break.
Ouais, pas de dégâts. Ouais. Pourquoi les amortisseurs?
Take her right. I get the point.
Pas moi.
Hey, come on. Calm down.
Thanks for the tip.
At least the rain stopped. You can change back into those white bucks now.
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case and one of your laundry labels came up. F1363.
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
Il court. Ah non.
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress, is it there?
Ah merde, c'est F23 partout. 363.
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Yeah, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
Ça m'étonnerait.
Help!
Un jeu, je me demande ce qu'il doit devenir. C'est combien de Planet Side 2?
Jesus, Phelps, you're terrorizing these poor slubs.
C'est bien aller de l'autre côté du pont. Scène de crime contaminé. Bon, ok.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, then I guess we ought.
Ah bah oui.
Always bother me. Sick of this. You'll never gonna leave me alone. I fought. Risked my life. I'm the one. Nobody cares about me. I took a
We're looking for a tall man with a disfigured face. Do you know him?
Huh? What? I fought in 2 wars, you know, son. I think I earned some peace and quiet.
Ah, the bum isn't here. We should follow the other lead. These guys can wait.
Calling you stupid would be an insult to stupid people.
No, leave him be.
Can't we talk about this? Are you drunk, mister? Or are you just cracked?
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait. Nordic type show a particular disposition for this stuff.
Et il a un bateau. On va se cacher.
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
Not sure this means much. Doesn't look like anything.
Hello? Yes?
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news. Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. We're very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult time, Mr. Tarleton, but we are going to need you to answer some questions. First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Terrell?
Mommy's dead, you little bitch!
You got nothing to hide. You want to hear something funny, Terrelson? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
Cette posture.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Tiens, il a retourné le
Wonder
cadre.
why the picture was turned down. Don't think this is anything. I don't think so. Don't think this is going to help us.
If you'd excuse me, ladies.
Don't think this is any use to us.
Ah, et l'autre, c'est pas important.
Handbag?
regarde pas à l'intérieur. Ma gueule.
At least she was spared that particular indignity.
Ouais.
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind.
On disputait. Elle a tapé. Elle est partie saoulée. Ça teste mon flow.
You can see if Pinker can match the impression of the crime scene.
Je vais regarder le... Yeah, but... Oh.
I want to go.
I'll be out of your way
Mommy
momentarily,
now.
ladies. For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
You said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any idea where?
Where she always goes. A bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Barron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
Hey.
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
When was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. Played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
You're lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Terrellson. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life.
J'associe ça comme un putain de indice alors que c'est le deuxième que je trouve.
Baron's bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
Apparemment il y a également... Ah voilà.
Lars was out in the rain last night.
Ah ça dégouline toujours depuis hier.
Story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched, check out his alibi.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Donnez-moi ce patch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thanks, ma'am. Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's story?
Kind of rings true.
Car 11K, Car 11 King, come in.
11 King, go ahead.
We have a possible sighting of a tall, disfigured vagrant at the hobo camp on Grand between Temple and Sunset. Use caution, the suspect is one in connection with 2 assaults on females.
That's a couple of blocks from the murder scene.
Jesus, my paint job.
All units also need help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Nope.
All units also need help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
That the lady of the house?
It's a nice story. 2 old lovebirds just moved in together, but they had a falling out, and he chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
Get the bastard.
Officer down. Give yourself up. Now.
Look at it.
We have more troops on the way. Cease and desist.
You fucking cop killer.
LAPD, we'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far.
I need you to stay copacetic. You need to hold out for the cavalry battle.
How do we do that?
Like this. Buckshot team down, Phelps.
You want your rightful share? We need to fight for it!
Think you're Joe Lewis?
These men know they're harboring a murderer.
What, you think you're Joe Lewis? Joe Lewis?
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
Ah, paraît son chapeau.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it and see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack. Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. He's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney. We need your help, Jack. I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors, but they've been moving it on to addicts, and they can't cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying, and that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. God's sake, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Il a bien raison.
You can't do this.
Yes, some bloody robes.
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin.
Are you liquored up?
Ackerman doesn't look like much of a dancer.
That's the guy from the paper. Solved that big case.
You look at this clown. Slow down.
Faudrait qu'il y ait d'autres indices.
That's disgusting. Didn't you ever hear of germs?
Oh, I wish I could afford that.
Gonna arrive already. Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Terrellson?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions. What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
This is a tasty burger.
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable. Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Any of your regulars know the broad?
Ask him yourself.
LAPD, keep your seats, boys. This won't take a second. We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Root beers all around, y'all.
LAPD, what are you running from, sir?
Come on, we got a ride. Get in and drive.
Ah.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
Let's end this part.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
Spin him out, or the road's wet.
All right, forgot. I've had enough.
Give it up, LAPD. Name.
Richard Bates. What is it you want?
I'll ask the questions. Firstly, why did you run?
I don't mix with cops if I can help it.
Ah, sa tête. Ah, c'est... Ah, ouais.
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man, wanting to go dancing. I thought I'd ply her with a few drinks and get my end away. Looks like your Salty had the same idea.
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a degenerate.
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the drill.
Ah, ils ont même déjà réparé la voiture. C'est pas magnifique.
Car 11 King to KGPL.
KGPL, go ahead 11 King.
Apparemment, il me manque quand même une question
I need
sur...
an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Relay all sightings to 11K.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB regarding yellow cab number 3591. The vehicle has been identified at a gas station, now heading west on 7th Street.
Garage on 7th Street. Let's hit it, Phil. The cab driver might tie this whole thing together.
I hope you're right.
Where's that cab got you now?
11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K. Further on your APB on yellow cab number 3591. Vehicle identified at Reggie's Cafe, heading north on Whitmer. KGPL clear. Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Valencia.
You see our taxi anywhere?
LAPD, we're investigating a murder.
What's that got to do with me?
The fare you picked up from Barron's bar last night. What was the woman wearing?
It was a green dress. Oh, don't tell me something's happened to her.
Tell me about her.
She was with this sailor, and he was all over her. She wasn't having any of it. Said she just wanted to dance. But he had that look in his eye.
Where did you drop them off?
It was at the Crystal Ballroom.
What time?
After midnight. 12:30? Something like that.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Well, that's gonna ruin my day. Get off the road!
Pourquoi est-ce que mon véhicule il avance plus? Ah, c'est pour nous empêcher de suivre le véhicule. Ah, le taxi. Qui a disparu.
Run, you fucking idiots! You've got to be kidding. We're driving this?
I need this vehicle. Police business.
You can't do this! Great. How are we gonna look getting around in this thing, Cole?
No mustard for me.
That broad's got sausage for deer.
Any ideas?
Come on. If Ackerman won't play ball, I'll rattle his teeth until he does.
We're going this way.
Ok.
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
Come on, Phelps, on your bike.
I was married by a judge. Should have asked for a jury.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence. Hey, fuck you.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. That's the cop from the newspaper. I swear, this town is going straight to hell.
Straight through the red light. Said she never saw it.
Obnoxious oaf. you a spy?
No. That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
Ah, Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying anything. You have to have proof, lackey.
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Terrellson will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
The flames in me. And now my heart's a blazing ruin. You say that you were only fooling. Don't walk away. Don't do me wrong. Don't leave me singing this torched song when I'm burning.
we will look into it. Yes, I'm aware that it's an election year. Keep a hold of your hat, Counselor. Now is not the time to lose your nerve. It would appear that someone has hocked a rose gold wedding ring and matching engagement ring. Sound familiar?
Deirdre Muller.
Press the pawnbroker and see what you can find out. The address is 348 South Main Street. The Muller case goes before the grand jury next week, and the DA does not want any egg on his face. Then get out to the railroad depot on Santa Fe Avenue. We have another poor unfortunate found this morning beside a railroad line.
Uh-huh.
40-year-old white woman.
Right, Skipper.
I want to make a comment. You know you've made anything just like that.
1947, not 1927. Of course a girlfriend asked the fella out.
Another body, and Deirdre Muller's ring. The Emperor may soon have to come to terms with the fact that he's wearing no clothes.
Exactly did you get that book of riddles shoved up your ass, though? That what your old man paid college tuition for?
I want to make homicide. You know you made it. You got that.
You've got to admit, this is looking odd.
Anyone could pawn a ring.
But if you take it along with all of the other indicators...
Cole, Hugo Moeller was identified by the school's groundkeeper. He's our guy.
Witnesses have fingered the wrong guy.
I get the point. He ran, for God's sakes.
And he always maintained he was set up.
Si ça save là, à la fin.
Give me a break.
Regardage. Alors, terminage du stream. Reste quand même un bon gros paquet d'affaires à faire. Enfin. Sur ce, je vous souhaite une bonne soirée et une bonne nuit. Et à la prochaine.